This week on Winthrop Close-Up, Winthrop has elected a new president. We'll take you inside the meeting where it all went down.
A racist fraternity video gone viral. We'll hear from the Winthrop community and see how they reacted this week on Close-Up.
Welcome to Winthrop Close-Up. I'm Michaela Dunbar. Winthrop has elected its 11th university president. We were there to capture this special moment.
Really excited because we now have a new president at Winthrop University starting July 1.
I declare that Dr. Daniel F. Mahoney is appointed the 11th president of Winthrop University.
Dr. Mahoney is going to do a great job. He's very well prepared, very competent, smart, wonderful personality.
I can tell you I can sleep a lot better at night, knowing that we are going to be in really, really good hands.
He's just a delightful person, and I think he understands the university as not just as a university, but also as a business.
We really got the sense that he understood the Winthrop culture, understood our family atmosphere, and understood what the campus community as a whole needs.
Excited about the decision today for Dr. Dan Mahoney to become our next president. We would be remiss if we weren't first reminded that we have a president today in Dr. Deborah Boyd, and she will be the president until July 1, but boy, let's thank her for it.
I've been so fortunate being in both roles. I've had great teams, great people working with me to make sure that nothing gets dropped, that we don't skip a beat. So it really, any leadership role is a team effort.
Acting President Deborah Boyd received an outpouring of praise during the meeting. We here at Winthrop Close-Up would also like to commend Dr. Boyd on a job well done. Before Dr. Mahoney was selected, the Winthrop community was very proactive in the presidential search. Reporter Gabrielle Franklin caught up with some student leaders to find out what they were looking for in a president.
Many faculty members have been coming out to express what qualities they are looking for in Winthrop's next president. But what about the students? What are they looking for?
I would hope that whoever is chosen to run Winthrop University and hold the title of president is someone who is personable, someone who has vision for the future.
For most Winthrop students, this will be the third president that they've seen during their time here. What those students say they like most is transparency.
I want my leader to be transparent and be as real as possible. I know that you can't tell everything because some things are only in the beginning works, but I expect you to tell me the things you can tell me and be honest about it.
I am looking for someone, like everyone's been saying, transparency. I'm also looking for someone that's very charismatic and willing to work hard at whatever they possibly can do.
After witnessing last year's presidency, students know exactly what they want to see done differently.
Well, what I would like them to do differently is to get out there and let us see you and let us know who you are.
I think that's what I really want to see, somebody who can really, instill positive morale into Winthrop. I feel like the morale is kind of down since the events that happened last year.
At the end of the day, a love for Winthrop is essential for all of the candidates.
I love Winthrop, and this is the best choice for me, and I would hope that whoever is the president is able to showcase their love for Winthrop as well.
Gabrielle Franklin, Winthrop Close-Up.
Many students say they were very pleased with the presidential selection process this time around. Since its founding in 1886, Winthrop University has changed a lot over the years. Reporter Brandon Great recounts the evolution of Winthrop with its senior-most faculty member, Jason Silverman.
Formerly known as Winthrop College, it attained university status in 1992, but the oldest ranking faculty member on campus says the university has lost its sense of community since his arrival in 1982.
The good tidings that used to exist here, that doesn't exist anymore. It's kind of a place where people come about their business, and it's every man for himself as opposed to all for one and one for all.
Winthrop has also lost some of its appeal.
It was more than a place to work when I first came here. It was a place to be. Now it's a place to work, and that saddens me.
Along with the lack of community, Silverman says enrollment, admission, retention, and fundraising efforts must improve. His recommendation? hire a president who can do all those things.
In fact, I'd like to see an alum hired. Somebody who went to school here and knew exactly what the story was, knew how good it could be, knew how good it was, and knew how good it isn't now.
Throughout Winthrop's history, one thing remains constant: the caliber of the students.
Without a shadow of a doubt, there isn't even a close second on this campus. The best are the students.
Brandon Great, Winthrop Close-Up.
To learn more about the evolution of Winthrop, visit the Louise Pettis Archives at the corner of Cherry Road and Charlotte Avenue. In other parts of campus, a few dedicated students are spreading awareness of dating violence. Tiana McGee has the story.
Domestic violence often starts with dating violence. This surprise performance is just one way Winthrop Skin Deep is raising awareness.
If the fight was real and somebody had gotten hurt, I don't know honestly, because I've never been put in that situation before. I might have sat there and act like it was none of my business.
Right now, I'm standing outside of Dealin's Place where Skin Deep is performing their domestic violence event, Snapped. Snapped is a series of events put on by students to bring awareness about domestic violence.
Every year, usually we have a focus for the entire year, and this year decided that we were going to focus on domestic violence. In college, you meet people that you barely know, and you get into relationships with them thinking that they're going to be nice people, but you don't know their background, you don't know the history, and anybody on the street could be an abuser and you won't even realize it.
Brianna Kilgore learned at a previous event what domestic violence looks like in its early stages.
Being overbearing was one of the red flags, because that's when your partner hovers around you too much and then they take time away from you and your friends. That's a sign that he just wants you to be with him.
At one event, an author and a guest speaker agreed that reading can be a factor in healthy relationships.
An author was there and he was saying how boys that don't read aren't really good at relationships because they don't know how to better themselves.
Tiana McGee, Winthrop Close-Up.
If you or any student you know has been abused, see Winthrop's Office of Victims Assistance in Crawford, room 204. By now, you've seen the viral video of SAE at Oklahoma University. Coming up on Close Up, we'll hear what people on our campus are saying about the clip. And later, if you need more friends to take selfies with, a Winthrop student is launching an app that builds friendship based off of Facebook likes. Coming up. Welcome back. Joining us now with today's headline stories is Tiana McGee. Tiana, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Michaela. A wave of racist antics from a college fraternities has been popping up all over the country. Reporter Gabrielle Franklin has Winthrop's reaction to a racist fraternity chant.
I was appalled, really.
I was disgusted.
Members of the Winthrop community are outraged after a racist video of an Oklahoma University chapter of Sigma Alpha Epsilon fraternity went viral. Now Winthrop students are trying to make sense of this hurtful video.
I watched it in disbelief that things like that actually still go on in today's society.
How stupid do you have to be to enjoy singing something like that? I was upset being a man of color and being that they still use the N-word as a way to separate us.
Although other IFC fraternities are getting backlash for their racist antics, fraternities here at Winthrop are being praised for their inclusion and sense of diversity.
I commend the Winthrop's chapter of SAE.
Winthrop's colony of SAE has been ordered not to speak on this matter, but Winthrop's director of Greek Life says that immediately after the video surfaced, the colony held an open forum to discuss the video.
The president came into my office and said, we need to do something. This is outrageous.
The response time and how they responded was great.
They are one of our most diverse colonies here, and they are very involved, and they're a great group of men. They actually are really involved on campus, and they do wonderful things for our community.
Gabrielle Franklin, Winthrop Close Up.
Despite all of the controversy, the colony of SAE here at Winthrop had their Patty Murphy Week and donated all of the funds they raised to the Children's Miracle Network. But at the national level, SAE is back in the headlines. An investigation into the video revealed that there were also high school students on the bus while the chant was being sung. The president of Oklahoma University says the chant was learned at a national leadership cruise sponsored by the fraternity. That's it for this week's headline news. Let's take it back to Michaela in the newsroom.
Thanks, Tiana. Everyone wants to look good without breaking the bank. In today's Making Sense report, we'll show how to get a sharp haircut for a low price.
Coming out to Headline Design, founded 2009. We do specials for Winthrop students, Monday through Thursdays, $10 a cut. We specialize in all cuts, fades, boxes, even. You name it, we can do it. You think of it, we can do it. Just come check us out. You're in good hands. Headline Design. Appreciate you.
Thanks for staying with us. Plenty of students hung out in the DeGiorgio Campus Center during common time before they went to class, but first, they had to take a selfie. Marcus Nesbitt partnered with the Multicultural Student Council for Take a Selfie With Me. Nesbitt says the event was all about making new friends.
It's essentially that experience, the experience of making a new friend and introducing yourself and like throwing yourself out there to someone you don't know and just trying to connect with the people that are always around you that you pass by every day and don't ever associate yourself with.
Take a Selfie With Me was part of an experiment for Nesbitt's new app called Fate. The app will help users find friends based on their location and Facebook likes. That's all we have for this week's Close-Up. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for your latest campus and community news. We'll see you next week.